Today we're going to be solving equations, and we're going to learn some graph and calculator basics. This is the second section in this unit. Let's get started. All right. You all have been taking Algebra 1. You couldn't be in Algebra 2 if you hadn't done Algebra 1. So the solving equations are just going to be review. And it's nice that it's review, because then it's not so much stress at the beginning of the year, right? And the golden rule you need to remember when you're doing things with equations is whatever you do on one side of the equation, you must do on the other. It's the golden rule of algebra, all right? So whatever you do on one side of the equation, the equal sign, you must do on the other side, all right? Let's do some examples together. We're going to do numbers. Ready? I think it's even in your thing right there, right? 1, 3, 7, 11, and 15. We're going to do those together. So this is now in 1.2, so if you'll turn to 1.2, we're going to do them together.
Dang.
We're going to combine like terms first. So what can I combine on this?
The M's.
The M's, very good. So I'm going to do your negative 3M and your 4M, which is going to be what? Just M. And I'm going to have a minus 5. I'm going to have a 3. What the goal is to have M equaling some number. So that means I need to get all the numbers on one side and the letters on the other. So what am I going to move? The negative 5. I could move the 3 and it would be a long process, but it would be silly. We're going to move the 5 over, and how are we going to do that?
We're going to add 5.
Yes, because it's a negative. Very good. We got. All right. Does everybody got 8 on that one?
Yes.
Because you guys are so on the ball.
M
You have
equals 8.
M equals 8, and I have 8 equals M, and it's the same.
I have
all right?
8 equals M too. I was just saying.
Yeah, I know. What's the next number we were going to do together?
It starts with
Yes.
a number.
Did you get that, Brett? He's ahead of it. He's on number 2 because he wanted to get
What did you get for 2, Brett?
Negative 2.
That's what I got 2.
3 together. We can combine some like terms, and we're going to move more things across. So on the right-hand side, what am I going to combine?
5 and 3 and negative 13.
The 5 and the 3 and the negative 13. You can do that all in one step if you desire. 5 and 3 is 8. Minus 13 is what?
Negative 5.
That's what I got. Negative 5.
I did it the 3 and the 13 to get it negative 10.
Negative 10, and yes, that works also. All right, now you have some choices to make here. You can make all your letters be on one side or the other. You can make all your numbers. And this time you have some choices. Once you make the first choice, you're pretty much locked into what you have to do after that. So you guys can choose to move your 5, your 3 over, or your 8N or your 6N. Which do you want to do first? You want to move the 8 first, and how am I going to move that 8?
Plus 8.
And you could have chosen other things. You want to by adding it, right? I personally love positives. I don't know. That's just my personal. And so that 8's bigger than the 6 is, in a sense, in its absolute value. And so when I move it over, it'll be positive. So I like that also. So we'll have a 3 equals, because that's what's left on that side, because it cancels out. And I'll have 2n minus 5. I want to just check that people are with me.
I got negative.
You're with me. Okay, you're already ahead. Good. All right.
About to say.
Now you're pretty much stuck. You have to do one thing.
Yeah.
What am I going to do?
Add 5 to each
That's
side.
correct. So we're going to have our 8 and our 2n.
Yeah.
Now just the ball gets rolling.
Okay,
you just keep going and going and
You
going.
complicated. I did it in way less steps than you did.
That might be the case, and that
You
might.
complicated a little bit. That's,
Oh, you
that's,
just
that's
yeah.
what
Okay,
I
that
did.
works. That works for me. I'm doing it because I'm the teacher, and there are some of you that need to see them all because so if I do them and skip some steps, they're like, how'd you get that? Well, so I need to do it in more steps than you do.
I need
All right, division's next, and you can write the division now by dividing the 2 if you want, or you could just write n equals 4. By the time you get into Algebra 2, you should be able to do that division. Not 2, it should be 4 in your head. Okay. Questions? What number did I say I was going to do next?
7.
7.
Oh,
7.
do it anyway.
I'm going to do it anyway. Here we go. I'm going to distribute. This is the first one with the distributive property of 21.
Did you finish that?
I got
You're already there.
4.
So I'm when you say wait
I know. I wanted to finish it before
oh,
we started.
okay, 35. B, are you with me there? Is it 35B?
Mm-hmm.
Plus the 6 equals 132. I'm going to combine like terms on this side. What am I going to get when I combine those?
27.
I heard 27. Does anybody else got 27?
I got 27 too.
27 also, okay.
My answer was something.
Whoa.
I already finished that one.
Shocker.
Okay. I'm pretty sure most of us are tracking. What am I going to do next?
Subtract 27.
I'm going to move the 27. I'm not going to claim that I can do that quickly in my head. So I'm going to leave the 35.
Yeah, I got 105 and then I divided 105.
You got
by
105.
35.
We got 2 people who confirmed the 105. Has everybody got 105?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I already have the answer.
And I'm going to
I'm
divide
ready.
the 35. And what do we get when we divide 105 by
3.
35? I heard 3.
Yes.
I want you to notice that when you put this in your calculators will show it either 2 different ways. It'll actually show it looking like that before you hit the enter, on one on top of the other, or it'll look like 105 with a little slash and a 35. That's your division is actually, your calculators treat them as fractions. And that's going to be really important in a moment when we go over how to do fractions on your calculator, okay? Was there another one we're doing together?
11.
11, okay.
11 and 50.
How many are with me on 11 right now?
I'm on 11.
Got me? You with me? Okay, I don't want to go too fast. All right, we're going to do the distributive property. What is negative 4 times 8?
Negative 32.
Negative 32. Careful with this next one. This is a negative and a negative. I have negative 4 and negative 4. So it is
16.
It's
positive 16. That is the biggest mistake that my students have made in the past, is forgetting that it's positive. 16 plus 7n. Now, the reason I put this one next was because we now have letters we have to move and numbers we have to move, and you have choices now. All right? You have choices. What do you want to move?
I moved the I moved the 7 over.
You want to move the
Really?
7n to the other side?
Yeah.
I moved the 32. So
Why did
I
you?
was gonna-
I was going to move the 32 also, but you can.
I
Go
moved
ahead and
the
move that one.
32
The reason I am is
the
because
32 makes
I
it
like
positive.
I like adding. That's what I'm just.
I just go with that.
I just
Yeah.
do it that way because wait.
Go ahead. You'll get what you.
Oh wait, I do it that way because when I change the 7, it's a negative, so
Uh-huh.
I don't have to switch a bunch of symbols.
Right.
It's just already a negative, so I just add.
So
7
what
to
we'll
32.
have, you're going to have a negative 39 on this side, and we're going to have a positive 30, and so we'll be okay. All right. So I'm going to move that one over there by adding, and I'll have 39n, and I'll have my 16, and I'll have a 16. What am I going to do now?
I get a 0.
0.
Yeah.
Is that a problem?
No, not necessarily.
I'm going to tell you, the number that is like the smallest, and not the smallest,
Which
one of
one?
those ones that seems insignificant is the scariest for a lot of people. So I'm going to subtract that 16, yes, and you will get a 0. And then my students are like, oh no, what do I do? I got a 0. Is that a problem?
Nope.
No, you do it the same thing. It's not a problem. We divide by the 39. We divide by the 39. If you need to do it in your calculator, go ahead. But what is 0 divided by anything?
0.
2.
0. In our 6th universe, it's 2. All right.
Okay.
Don't worry, 0's okay. 0's okay. Now we have distributive property on both sides. That's what we're going to do first. The distributive property on both sides. Are we ready to tackle this?
No.
It's going to be disciplined. We're going to plow through it. If we don't get it, we're not going to get defeated. We're going to work hard, and we're going to ask questions when we don't know. All right, here we go. 3n minus what?
24.
24. Then I'm going to bring down my plus 6. It is really important that you work systematically through this. If you don't have a system that you write neatly down each one, you're going to get yourself lost. Be very careful. I have another 6 over there. We're right there. I'm going to distribute that. She'll be 2n. Be very careful. I have a 2 and a negative 6. The negative is important because it stays. 2 and negative 6 becomes
12.
negative 12. We have some now, not only do we have distributive property on both sides, we have combining like terms on both sides. They get bigger and bigger. I have it right there and right there. What is 24 and positive, negative 24 and positive 6?
Negative 18.
Yes, 3n minus 18. These two come together. I have a 6 and a negative 12.
Negative 6.
Negative 6. He's already ahead of me. Good. Okay. So I have a 2n. Oh,
I'm
2n minus 6. Now you get some choices. Now you have some choices. What do you want to move?
I moved the 18.
You move the. I like that because I want to add. That's what I want to do. Okay.
Well, I just realized that if I subtract the 2 from the 3, then I don't have to do anything else with that.
Oh yeah, that's true. And so if you're going to come this way, then you have to go that way also. Oh, I like that, Brett. Okay. So I'm going to move the 18 first by adding the 18. What is negative 6? Negative 6. Yeah, plus 18. 12. I'm going to have that 2n left, and it's a positive 12. And Brett was right. I don't like that little. I don't know if I can move it. I have the 2n over there, and the nice thing about it, that becomes just what? Plus plain old n, because we subtracted. Oh, but I don't have my 2n anymore. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm sorry.
I always avoid making my letters negative. I hate making.
I don't like anything to be negative.
Hate them.
But I'll try to get my letters to be positive if I have to. But sometimes you're going to have to just deal with it. You don't like it, you're going to have it that way.
I still try to avoid it.
I understand.
Anyway.
All right. We're going to look at the calculator worksheet you have in there. We're going to learn about our calculator, okay? This won't be on your video, by the way, because I'm going to just pause the video right now. It won't. We're going to just do this together as a group. We're going to go over that worksheet together, okay? All right. This is what we covered in this lesson. Let's review. We solved equations. We moved things on both sides. Remember the golden rule told us that whatever we do on one side, we do on the other. And then we learned about our graphing calculator. If you remember, that graphing calculator stuff was not on this video, but we did it in class together. If you have any questions, please send me a message. Goodbye.